All right, no error, and we are live. We're looking into Whoop today. Whoop just launched Whoop 5.0, the newest, latest version. They have this new feature, which is the biological age. Biological age versus, what do they call it? What's the difference? I don't know, but we'll look into it. And right now, Whoop is the most popular fitness tracker in the past 1 year. So this company has been out there for 13 years almost. And it's very interesting to see just the rise that has happened in the last 1 year with all the running clubs. What has also happened is just like a bunch of fitness people have gained prominence on social media because of run clubs, because of just like these challenges, these ultra marathons and David Goggins style. Yeah, maybe that would be the thing. Yeah. David Goggins did it. Like David Goggins came about, he obviously wasn't wearing anything. He wasn't wearing Apple Watch or something. But downstream of that, everybody wants to do something like this. Everybody wants to push themselves. And people started running, people started biking, people started getting into heavy lifting. And then we had run clubs. So in general, a lot of people were getting into fitness, and now they wanted to track and share and make that into a social activity. And now they were either wearing Apple Watches, which were the basic ones, or they were getting into Garmin, which were the more advanced people, or people were getting into Whoop. And Whoop just gained a lot of visibility through that because there were beautiful aesthetic videos being made about these people, and everybody's wearing Whoop. And now people are curious, what is this? And yeah, that is it. I remember like when I bought Whoop last year, exactly a year ago, and I was trying to look into, okay, who all wears Whoop. It was only like the top athletes. Like you would see Cristiano Ronaldo wear Whoop. You would see some of the cricket players wear Whoop. That's it. It was not that common among among regular people, but now it has started. It has started. I think in just the last 1 year, Whoop has got much more into the mainstream, and people can see that, okay, after Apple Watch there is this another device, another fitness tracker that people are wearing, and it looks good, it looks very sleek. All right, wearable fitness tracker focused on recovery, sleep, strain, popular among athletes and health enthusiasts. It's a wrist worn device with subscription based app, provides detailed metrics like heart rate variability, resting heart rate, sleep quality to optimize performance. Founded in 2012 by Will Ahmed, it's raised over 400 million, valued at 3.6 billion, and serves 2.5 million users as of late 24. 2.5 million users. Wow. What are the total number of Whoop users as of today? Also, one very interesting thing is Whoop has this story where around 2018, 2019, Amazon was having a conversation with Whoop to acquire them or partner with them. But Amazon, what they actually did was they talked to them. They said, no, we don't want to move ahead. And then they went and launched their own Whoop alternative. And it was very interesting. Like Whoop realized that, okay, they did that. So they printed this on their PCB, on their circuit board, that do not bother copying us, we will win. And that is something they're known for. A really interesting story. May 14, the most recent data indicates they have approximately 2.5 million as of late 24. Okay. Between active Whoop members to be between 1.2 and 2 million. All right, cool. And now let's get into research. The most interesting about Whoop is that because this is a device that is supposed to be worn 24/7, and I pretty much wear 24/7 except when I go for a shower or I am going in the sauna steam room. I just don't feel comfortable wearing Whoop over there. It makes sense. I should be wearing over there because actually that's the best time to track. Like when you're in sauna, when you're in steam room, you are putting your body through a lot of pressure. It's very interesting to see like how your body reacts, because obviously while you are taking in that heat, while taking in all that steam, your body is under stress. But right after you get out, your body is really low stress. You feel extremely peaceful. So it's very interesting to track it, but yeah, entire device gets wet and everything, so I don't really like it. I don't wear it 24/7. But just because people are wearing it 24/7, it's easier to wear while you were sleeping. There is so much data being collected by all these Whoop members. And this is very interesting because now they can do all the research that the researchers in medical industry wish they could do. So in medical industry, what they have to do is that, okay, if you have to track the progress, the if you have to track the effect of this particular new medicine, new particular drug among a bunch of among, let's say, 1,000 participants, they have to they have to they have to kind of pay to acquire or get those 1,000 participants, and then make sure they are showing up every single day and tracking all those things. It's very difficult. But now with Whoop, everybody, all these 1.2 to 2 million people, they are wearing this device 24/7. So now you can, it has become easier that if you want to track any general thing, that okay, tell me about, track the difference between people who work out early in the morning versus people who work out just before going to bed. And you can clearly see that people who go work out just before the bed, they generally have worse sleep than people who work out in the morning. So these are some very interesting metrics that Whoop can now look into. What are some interesting research that Whoop has come up with? Let's see. That's definitely a big pro. All right, sleep consistency and mental health. Explore the link between sleep consistency and psychological well being among US Army soldiers. Soldiers had lower sleep duration consistency compared to other Whoop members in Alaska in age gender match reports. A greater sleep consistency, going to bed and waking up at similar times daily, predicted less homesickness, stronger social networks, and higher workplace resilience. Poor sleep consistency was a predictor of mental health decline and a marker for suicide risk, extending beyond military context to high resilience occupations like trauma surgeons. Poor sleep consistency was a predictor of mental health decline and a marker for suicide risk, extending beyond military context to high resilience occupations like trauma surgeons. The study emphasized that sleep consistency is as critical as sleep duration for mental health, challenging the sole focus on increasing time in bed. Wow. Wow. This is crazy. Like a very basic thing, such as going to bed and waking up at similar times daily, is related to suicide risk. The study emphasized that sleep consistency is as critical as sleep duration for mental health, challenging the sole focus on increasing time in bed. Hmm. Exercise timing and sleep quality, 2025. Published in Nature study analyzing 4.3 million nights of sleep from 15,000 Whoop members, investigated whether evening exercise disrupts sleep. I believe Whoop has this other club, kind of like a separate thing where you register yourself into this club and or register yourself into this group, which is the testing group where a bunch of tests are being carried out. Key findings: maximal intensity workouts ending 2 hours before bedtime delayed sleep onset by 36 minutes and reduced sleep duration by 22 minutes. Exercising as close as 4 hours before bedtime can negatively impact sleep quality, providing actionable guidance for optimizing workout schedules. Reproductive health and women's physiology. Whoop conducted the largest reproductive health study to date, focusing on women's health across menstruation, pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, and postmenopause. During pregnancy, Whoop detected a decrease in HRV and an increase in RHR post conception but before a missed period, aiding early pregnancy detection for those trying to conceive. 22 study of 1,200 pregnancies identified biomarker trends to distinguish full term from preterm births, addressing gaps in labor prediction. The research led to features like pregnancy coaching and women's hormonal insights, which help women track cycle related changes and optimize exercise and recovery. Only 3% of medical research focuses on women, and Whoop's commitment to equal funding for men's and women's research is closing this gap. Only 3% of medical research focuses on women. Wow. Wow. 1,200 pregnancies identified biomarker trends to distinguish full term from preterm births, addressing gaps in labor prediction. CBD and sleep, 24, comparing it to traditional sleep aids. Increased total sleep duration primarily through extended light sleep, with slight increases in slow wave sleep and REM. Was more effective for day sleepers, night shift workers, increasing sleep duration by 30 minutes when sleeping between 4 a.m. and 5 p.m. The study highlighted individual variability in CBD's effects and the need for further research on long-term benefits. Wow. Performance in professional sports. Landmark study with 2016, wow, with 230 minor league baseball players from 9 MLB organization was the largest performance study in US professional sports at the time. Conducted from June to November 2016, explored the relationship between physiological strain recovery and performance. High recovery levels measured by HRV and heart rate correlated with increased fastball velocity and exit speed of the bat. Age, sleep quality, and travel schedules influenced recovery metrics, providing evidence for continuous physiological monitoring to optimize athlete performance and health. Menstrual cycle biomarker research. Published in Nature Digital Medicine, Whoop's research introduced a novel biomarker for monitoring menstrual cycles. By analyzing physiological data, the study offered new ways to understand female physiology, supporting personalized insights for cycle tracking and health optimization. Wow, now that I'm thinking about this is kind of crazy. Like athletes, if I'm just thinking about cricketers, they have to sometimes perform in the day, in the night, and I'm just thinking like they also have to make sure they're out there, they are with their fans and everything. So it would be very like we don't think about it too much, but it would be very interesting to see like how do they have like a ideal time that okay, I wake up, I get my workout done, so morning 9 to 12, let's say, before afternoon, before 12 noon, that's my work time, and then only after that I socialize. That would be interesting. Menstrual cycle, and then also like if I have to like if and they also have to travel a lot, so how do they manage that? How do they make sure that they are, I'm guessing they definitely make sure that they are getting they are resetting to the time zone uh, of their destination. They make sure they reset to the destination time zone. And then it would be also interesting to see like if usually they are obviously humans in general, they're at peak performance like earlier in the day. So what happens when they have a match, they have a game later in the day? What changes? What are some things they do to make sure that the brain is active, the body is active? Menstrual cycle biomarker research. Published in Nature Digital Medicine, Whoop's research introduced a novel biomarker for monitoring menstrual cycles. By analyzing physiological data, the study offered new ways to understand female physiology, supporting personalized insights for cycle tracking and health optimization. Age and biological aging. Partnership with longevity expert Dr. Eric Worden developed Whoop Age, a feature measuring biological age based on 9 biomarkers, including VO2 max, resting heart rate, sleep consistency, and lean body mass. This provides users with a dynamic view of their aging pace, empowering behavior changes to enhance health span. Blood pressure insights. Introduced a first of its kind feature for daily blood pressure readings from the wrist without a cuff. Hmm. Blood pressure's impact on sleep and recovery, offering users actionable data to connect physiological dots. Yeah, this was the big one. Does working out at night hurt your sleep? Relative exercise timing and strain associations with sleep and nocturnal autonomic activity. Whoop and nature. I think Whoop needs a new logo, just like more refined. But it's really cool how they got this Twitter handle, Whoop. The all new Whoop is here, your 24/7 wearable coach designed to help you improve your health, fitness, and longevity. Boston, MA. Whoop feedback community. Oh wow. Aging is inevitable, decline is not. Discover how you can improve your longevity with health span.
Every week you'll get an updated Whoop age, which is a reflection of your physiological age rather than your chronological age against time. Your pace of aging runs on a scale from -1 to 3x, with lower numbers signaling your Whoop age is changing slower than time, and higher numbers showing that you're intensifying the aging process. Healthspan demystifies the process of aging, giving you the opportunity to extend your healthy years long into the future with the clarity to see exactly what you need to work on. People are living one new hardware device, but two. Whoop 5.0 is setting a new bar for wearable technology with advanced capabilities that monitor cardiovascular strain, musculoskeletal load, VO2 max, and even hormonal insights. The all-new Whoop MG is our most advanced hardware yet. The Whoop MG includes an ECG for on-demand heart screening. This capability is driven by a novel clasp design with ECG index. And just like the 5.0, it's 7% smaller with over 14 days of battery life.
14 days of battery life is amazing. Amazing. 14 days of battery life. That is amazing. Wow. Here's what we found. Strenuous evening workouts can delay sleep onset, shorten sleep duration, reduce sleep quality, elevated nocturnal heart rate, and decreased heart rate variability were observed post high strain evening exercise. Workouts concluding at least 4 hours before bedtime showed no negative impact on sleep. Okay, so at least 4 hours. So what? If you're training hard but not sleeping well, when you work out may matter just as much as how you work out. This is one of the largest studies ever published on exercise and sleep, and it's only possible because of continuous WOP data and our commitment to research that improves human performance. Definitely, that's a big advantage. If WOP is applying for faculty positions, 4.3 million nights of data, more greater than 100 anecdotes, appreciate when claims get tested at scale. 4.3 million nights. Wow, wow. But what's the research on mental health and nervous system benefits of going to the gym when it's relatively empty after 8 and not having to wait just around occupied weights and machines? Okay. All right, so that's Will Ahmed, and is he wearing? I think he's wearing Whoop with the battery pack. I don't know what that is. Living longer is not equal to living better. The Whoop 5.0 just dropped and includes a Whoop age feature. 4.7 years younger. I'm stoked because now I can track how effective my lifestyle is in extending my health span. Here's what I've learned about lifespan versus health span. Most people are aging faster than they think, and they don't even realize it, not because of bad genetics, but because they are tracking the wrong things. Everyone wants to live longer, but what we should be aiming for is to live better, longer. That's the difference between lifespan, how long you live, how long you feel strong, mobile, sharp, and pain-free. Most people start losing health span decades before they lose their health. You don't notice it at first. Slower recovery, afternoon fog, wired but tired cycles, HRV down, RHR up. Slower recovery, afternoon fog. Most people ignore them until something breaks. I used to think pushing through was just part of the game. Now I know better, because when you actually track recovery, sleep quality, and cardiovascular load, patterns emerge, and that's how you stay ahead. The key insight: health span isn't something you guess at, it's something you measure. And when you can measure it, you can improve it. That's when you start training not just for performance but for longevity. A few levers I use every week to extend my lifespan. Low intensity days after travel. HRV tanks post flight. Low intensity days after travel. Hmm. This is very interesting. I think low intensity days is such an important thing. Like, we are always thinking about going high intensity, high intensity, high intensity, but how often do we think about going low intensity? Yeah. Prioritizing REM plus deep sleep before key sessions, adjusting volume when stress, adjusting volume when stress of any kind is high. Performance improves, so does energy. Prioritizing REM plus deep sleep before key sessions, adjusting volume when stress of any kind is high. The Whoop 5.0 just dropped and it makes tracking health span a lot easier. It has Whoop age. And it's the first time I've seen a wearable actually quantify biological age, meaning it tells you if your body aging faster than it should. My honest review, it's worth it. Once you see how your daily choices impact your long-term trajectory, you start training, sleeping, and recovering like your future depends on it, because it does. It makes the abstract idea of aging well real. You can see how stress, late nights, travel, alcohol, under recovery actually affect your long-term health in measurable ways. Measuring what matters, adjusting, and playing the long game. Train for your 80s, not just your next race. This one number reveals if you're aging too fast. Whoop launches slimmer bands with blood pressure, ECG features. Max, an unlisted market research firm, typo ignorer. This is the Whoop MG. I've had it for 8 days now, and it quite frankly does change the game for fitness trackers. Over 2 weeks of battery, blood pressure, biological aging, and better actionable recommendations. Hmm, here at a deep dive. About to go on TVPN with Legends, talking new Whoop launch, announcing the all new Whoop.
Experience. Welcome to Whoop Unlocked, a showcase dedicated to pushing the boundaries of innovation and human potential. The time is now to perform better and live longer. Thank you for being part of this journey. Today I'm proud.
This launch marks a new era for Whoop. We have built next gen tech to improve performance and health in a world where healthcare systems cost more and deliver less. Whoop is evolving into the central operating system for your health. Wow. Okay, this is very interesting. We have built next gen tech to improve performance and health in a world where healthcare systems cost more and deliver less. Whoop is evolving into the central operating system for your health. Wow. Join now and taking to Amazon to buy Whoop 4. You can watch the full experience over here.
Hello, Whoop Nation. I'm Will Ahmed, founder and CEO of Whoop. Welcome to Whoop Unlocked, a showcase dedicated to pushing the boundaries of innovation and human potential. I founded Whoop 13 years ago with a mission to unlock human performance. That started with elite athletes. We have worked with the world's best athletes and helped them win gold medals and championships. But over time, we have redefined what human performance meant. Performance isn't just about winning on the court or in the arena. It's about better sleep, recovery, and understanding your body so you can live better. Every day we receive powerful testimonials about how Whoop has changed our members' lives. Members realize that Whoop doesn't just help improve their performance on the field or in the gym. Our product can help them live longer and better lives. Our society needs a path to living longer and healthier. Healthcare costs are increasing, many doctors and nurses are burned out, and people are often left to solve their problems themselves. Life expectancy in many developed countries has even dropped.
This is really cool. Like I didn't know they were focused. I mean, this makes sense. Like that is the ideal goal. They are like, okay, we don't want to go the reactive healthcare route. We want to go the proactive healthcare route. So what we are really fighting is the fact that if you don't focus on your day to day, if you don't focus on your health and performance day to day, using Whoop, tracking it, improving it, then you are relied on a system that is not really known to be helpful.
Despite all the talk around wellness, the world of wellness is not well, and healthcare systems aren't designed to keep us healthy. This year, for the first time in our history, we updated our mission at Whoop. Our mission today is to unlock human performance and health span. That means we are intentionally focused on helping people perform better and live longer. This evolution of our mission will be clear in our product reveal.
So they updated their mission statement, which is improve performance and health span.
Today, I'm proud to introduce the largest leap forward in Whoop technology ever. We're not just introducing a new piece of hardware, we're announcing an entirely new Whoop experience. New Whoop technology, countless life-changing features, our most versatile accessories collection ever, all new apparel with anywhere technology, and 3 unique memberships. We'll begin with our newest device, Whoop 5.0. The long-awaited 5.0 is here. This sensor captures dozens of data points every second, delivering the most accurate sleep, strain, recovery, stress, and health insights 24/7 without interruptions. Now the sensor's battery lasts over 14 days on a single charge. That's 3 times the battery life of our previous device, all while being 7% smaller. The hardware
This is amazing. This is amazing.
also features an improved accelerometer and gyroscope, which will improve the accuracy of activity auto detection and auto classification. One of our members' favorite features.
I think auto classification is amazing because I remember one day when I went to play volleyball, and the fact that just based on the movement of hands, it could figure out that this was volleyball. That is crazy. Like, what is happening over there? Yeah, you have a gyrometer. You are seeing that, okay, the hand is moving in this direction, and then bam, and then there's a hit, and there's a pressure taken on the hand. So this pretty much looks like volleyball. It's very interesting. The auto classification is very interesting.
This is our haptic alarm, which allows you to wake up with a simple vibration on your wrist rather than a noisy alarm. We've included that
I love the alarm feature. I wake up every single day with the alarm.
once again, but also improved the feature with an all-new state-of-the-art haptic system. Whoop 5.0 comes with a new and improved steps algorithm, built specifically for the hardware. We launched this feature in beta last year, and we've loved the reaction from our members. Steps will no longer be in beta for our new hardware with enhanced accuracy. The all-new wireless power pack is a slimmer, sleeker, and waterproof wireless battery pack
Let's go.
that provides fast, on-the-go charging and an even lighter form factor. Traveling with a fully charged Whoop 5.0 and a fully charged power pack will give you over a month of data without needing any additional charge. The power pack is also now Bluetooth connected, allowing you to see its battery life in the app. As in the past, this power pack allows for true 24/7 wearability. Whoop has always been the only wearable that you never need to take off. That isn't changing. Whoop 5.0 is setting a new bar for wearable technology, with advanced capabilities that monitor cardiovascular strain, musculoskeletal load, VO2 max, and even hormonal insights from cycle tracking to pregnancy. We know how important customization and wearability is to you. We've updated our band attachment mechanism to enable seamless band swapping, and 5.0 can be worn with Whoop Body, allowing for uninterrupted data collection off your wrist. But we didn't stop there. This next announcement really highlights our mission to unlock extraordinary health outcomes. We're not just launching one new hardware device, but 2. When you walk into your doctor's office, you may recognize some of these instruments. Bulky, invasive, expensive, uncomfortable. You also may have to wait months to get an appointment with a specialist and even longer to get your results. Until now. I'm proud to introduce an all-new generation of hardware, Whoop MG. The all-new Whoop MG is our most advanced hardware yet. It's designed to deliver medical-grade features. Whoop MG is our first step in bringing the doctor's office to your wrist. Like the 5.0, it's built with the most advanced sensors, haptics, and battery life to deliver the longest-lasting and most powerful Whoop experience ever. And just like the 5.0, it's 7% smaller with over 14 days of battery life. Whoop MG includes hardware improvements above and beyond Whoop 5.0. The Whoop MG includes an ECG for on-demand heart screening. This capability is driven by a novel clasp design with ECG index. Whoop MG also features a new skin temperature sensor that improves our health monitor feature and provides exceptional readings for our hormonal insights features. And perhaps the most novel invention, the Whoop MG provides a daily blood pressure reading each morning to help you see how changes in blood pressure align with your overall recovery. We now have a form of biometric monitoring that no other available for you. We've long said at Whoop that our product isn't just a hardware device, it's a membership that provides you access to continuous software improvements and new features. I'm excited to now share some of those features with you today. Imagine feeling younger and living longer just by using Whoop. Now you can. Introducing HealthSpan with Whoop Age. We built this feature because aging is inevitable, but decline is not. People are living longer, but not necessarily better. Whoop is changing that with HealthSpan. HealthSpan was developed with Dr. Eric Burden, CEO of the Buck Institute for Research on Aging. For the last 3 years, we've studied all-cause mortality to determine the biometrics critical to long-term health outcomes. The 9 biometrics we have identified have a direct impact on preventing or encouraging longevity, and they can all be directly influenced by an individual's own behavior. They are.
This is pretty cool. This is really cool. Really cool.
Sleep consistency.
Because now, no matter where you live, you can also see that how you can really, I think with biological age, you can really understand that how tiny things that you might not even know were affecting your health are really affecting your health span. Because you might be doing all the right things, but just the fact that you're living in a place with, let's say, bad air quality, that might be affecting your biological age. And that would be really interesting to learn. Like a guy in let's say Vancouver who is training hard, doing all the right things, versus a guy in a different city and he's training hard, doing pretty much the same thing, but just because in the second scenario, in the second case, the guys in a city with a, let's say, a bad air quality, how that would affect his biological age, that would be very interesting to see.
Total hours of sleep, time spent in heart rate zones 1 through 3 and 4 through 5, time spent strength training, daily steps, VO2 max, resting heart rate, and lean body mass. By measuring each of these biometrics, we have developed HealthSpan to deliver science-backed insights on longevity. HealthSpan provides 2 numbers, your Whoop age and your pace of aging. Every week you'll get an updated Whoop age, which is a reflection of your physiological age rather than your chronological age, against time. Your pace of aging runs on a scale from -1 to 3x, with lower numbers signaling your Whoop age is changing slower than time, and higher numbers showing that you're intensifying the aging process. This number is a leading indicator of how your recent habits are contributing to your Whoop age. You'll notice at the top of HealthSpan is your Whoop.
This is very interesting. Like most of the time people say that what keeps you young is trying new things. So that would be also very interesting, like to see like how your brain perceives youth, or what's a better way to say this, like if you are constantly trying new things, if you're learning new things, if you're challenging yourself to learn new things, that means you are more young. And if you have a zest for life, that means you are young.
Whoop age. This will change color and shape based on your Whoop age and your recent behavior. You'll see shifts weekly as they're happening, identify what habits and metrics are influencing your pace of aging, and receive coaching on how to make improvements. I'll show you how this works in practice. Let's look at 2 individuals. We'll start with a 40-year-old Whoop member. HealthSpan shows him that his Whoop age is 5 years older, and his pace of aging is 1.5x. That means that his recent behaviors are accelerating his aging. You'll see this impact in his HealthSpan, which has become jagged and murky yellow. You can see the metrics that are impacting the years added on the member's Whoop age. For instance, in this case, his VO2 max and sleep duration. Whoop will help coach him to get more sleep, which will increase these components and decrease his Whoop age. Let's look at a 50-year-old whose Whoop age is 8 years younger, just 42 years old. Her pace of aging is only 0.5x. Very good. Immediately, you can see a difference. Her health span is green and round. She has a great Whoop age and a strong pace of aging. Just like in the previous example, she can see what's contributing to her score. In this case, it's a very high VO2 max and consistent exercise increasing time in higher heart rate zones, as well as strength training. Everyone's Whoop age and pace of aging will have a story to tell. I'll even show you mine. When we first got this feature, my pace of aging was around 1x, which means I was aging at a similar rate to my chronological age. So what did I do? I started to get after it. You'll see my pace of aging got better. And by January, it got to a negative 0.4x. That means I wasn't just aging more slowly, my Whoop age was actually decreasing. In February, however, my wife and I welcomed our first child, and you can see it in the data. My pace of aging increased. By mid-March, my pace of aging was at 1.4x. My exercise had declined, my sleep consistency was poor. The features motivated me as a new parent to make sure I still make time for the gym and optimize my sleep when possible. HealthSpan demystifies the process of aging, giving you the opportunity to extend your healthy years long into the future with the clarity to see.
This is really cool. This is really cool, especially when you are a health tech founder, and especially if you're founder of the biggest fitness tracker. you have to make sure that you are not only running this company amazingly, but you are also taking care of your health, because nobody will trust the CEO of a fitness tracker of the best fitness company who himself doesn't look fit. So that's very interesting.
Exactly what you need to work on. It's empowering, it's highly personalized, and it can completely change your life. Just think, with HealthSpan and Whoop Age, you can truly feel younger next year. Another feature that we're proud to release is Heart Screener with ECG. Your heart's rhythm is a key indicator of long-term health. Irregular heart rhythms, like atrial fibrillation or AFib, can increase the risk of stroke, heart failure, and other complications.
All right, that is the stream. Thank you.